This is Jonathan again, back at the Hotshot Haven, bringing you more informative content about this hotshot life and how we living out here. But today I'm coming to bring you a video about something that a lot of people talk about, but I really don't think a lot of people just honestly understand the ins and outs of, and that's insurance. How do you lose your company in one day while carrying $1 million worth of insurance and $100,000 worth of cargo? I'm gonna tell you next on the Hot Shot. Y'all finna say, man, that's impossible, man. You have an accident. I know if you say multiple cars or something like that, or something like that, yeah, you fatality 2 or 3 or 4, like, yeah, you could run through that million, no problem. But that's not what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm talking about being underinsured as a company, as far as the equipment that you have listed, as far as the personal value or the agreed upon old value on the equipment that you have. Let's just be a realistic person now. At least 90% of people that go out and start their business, they're gonna need financing of some kind, whether it be somebody you know loan you some money, or you got a bank that you work with, a credit union or something, but they help you get started. You know what I mean? In some cases, not all, but in most cases, they help you get started. Well, you know what I'm saying? The guarantee upon everything is that you're gonna pay for this equipment by the month in a certain length of time. And, you know, regardless of if this equipment is still viable or not, that debt is still there, which brings me to what I'm speaking about today. And let me start out by saying, sure, expenses are incurred in any business, and in this business, insurance is one of your biggest expenses. It's one of the biggest bills that you'll pay by itself every month. More than likely, the insurance will be more than the truck and the trailer together. But, you know, it's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a scenario just to put your mindset into where I'm going with this. Okay, let's just say you're driving along. You got your brand new 2019 Chevy, Ford, or Dodge. I'm a Dodge man, so we pulling 19 Cummins. Okay, got 2019 Cummins. That truck costs over 80 grand. Over 80 grand. Dual rear wheel Cummins. Over 80 grand. Laramie, something nice, yeah. Over 80 grand. Okay. And let's just say, man, you went all out, man. You got your financing together. You had a niche market. You were looking at it and you said, man, I need that 40-foot spread axle, Diamond C with the air ride, the lift axle. I need it rated for 30K. I might put a fifth wheel on it. I need it rated for 40K. I'm just finna go all out and do the damn thing. Okay, that's wonderful, because you put yourself in a position to carry a lot of weight. You got deck space. Oh man, you even went so far, you might have went and got the hydraulic dovetail on there and everything. You really balled out, you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that if you see the money. If you can see the money, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, let's just say you're tooling along. Okay, you got the truck, you got the trailer and everything. You call your friendly neighborhood insurance person, commercial insurance person, maybe Progressive or somebody like that, and they're like, okay, well, we'll do you $1 million bodily injury and liability, and also do you $100,000 worth of cargo insurance on there. That's standard. It's gonna have you legal. You ready to go as far as your authority. We'll get We'll get your authority activated. We'll fax the old paper off to Washington, and they'll have it, and you'll be good to go. Everything's fine. Okay, you get that, and you see the down payment on it is pretty hefty. Let's just say for that setup, you got it tagged for, let's say, $45,000, or $50,000. Let's just say you got that thing apportioned at about $55,000. Okay, they're gonna look at your insurance and see what it is and everything. You probably be up around $3,500 to $4,500 for a down payment. You're like, okay, I gotta have it. Okay, well, the insurance guy, if he's a good insurance guy, he's gonna say, well, would you like to put physical damage on that? And physical damage adds a rider, a premium, and it costs more. So your down payment goes from, let's say, $4,500 to $5,500. It's just a funny number. We're not making nothing concrete. It's just throwing some numbers out there. Let's say $5,500. So in that time period, you have a decision to make. Okay, am I gonna go for that extra rider on that policy and sacrifice $1,000 right now and possibly maybe $300 to $400 a month extra on the insurance, which would take your insurance probably from about $16,000 a year all the way up to about $24,000 a year? Am I gonna make that hit? Well, let's just say in the process of getting the 2019 whatever, the Diamond C, whatever, it was the baddest trailer on the market. You got everything, you know what I'm saying? In the process of doing that, you didn't quite just budget it all like it was, because when you saw the truck, you didn't get the tradesman. You got the Laramie. Then when you saw the options on trailers, you didn't buy a PJ or you didn't buy a Texas Pride. You were like, man, I'm going for the Gusto, and you went Diamond C, and it cost a little bit more, and it offset your finances. Okay, when you find yourself in that position, when it came time to actually activate everything, you look at the insurance. You're like, okay, I'm getting $1 million worth and 100,000 cargo. And most people immediately drop their coverage on their truck that they had when they left the lot and replace it with the commercial insurance, which is fine. But you have to understand that when you do this, you have to take a physical damage policy out on this stuff. Okay? When you finance that truck, when you finance that trailer, there was a part in the contract that says, in the event that something catastrophic happens to this truck, this trailer, whoever the finance company is would like immediate payment on all sums owed on that equipment. So let's just say you bought an $80,000 truck and went out and had an accident, and let's just say you were at fault. You were at fault. Well, your bodily injury and liability policy would more than likely soak up the majority, if not all, of that at-fault damage that you caused, whether it be to a vehicle or a structure or a building or something like that. Whatever you did, whatever mistake happened, they deemed it your fault, and that $1 million policy covers that. Okay, that's good, because you never want to go out without insurance. And for you people that's out there thinking that you're going to run off the, just strictly off the cargo policy and lease on the people and just run cargo, don't run anything else, don't worry about it, those other people got it on they this and that and the other. Okay, that's fine. You may be covered. I haven't read your policy. You may be covered. But never forget the physical damage coverage. That is an agreed upon value that they said that this equipment is worth in the event of a total loss. You got to understand, people, there is a such thing as called a loss payee. The loss payee is the person that gets the money from the insurance company in the event of a total loss. Therefore, they don't incur a loss by you losing your equipment, and you basically go back to 0-0. You got a clean slate, and if you have equity in the vehicle, like you paid a certain amount of payments and it exceeds the value of the vehicle after everything is paid off, you may get a check. You may. More likely you won't, because depreciation and how this stuff is set up is you will not catch up. If you get ahead, it's because you put yourself ahead and made extra payments and things like that. So just know that you're not gonna get a check. You're not gonna get one. Okay. Now, with this physical damage coverage, what you're doing is, like I say, in the event of a total loss, now you have an insurance company that'll come in and give you the agreed upon loss value of the equipment, whether it's the truck, the trailer, whatever it is that you have covered up into a certain amount that you have agreed upon and you have paid for in your premium. Also, you can also take out a simple physical damage coverage or a comprehensive collision coverage with a standard insurance company. And just make sure you specify that what you use your truck for and why you want the coverage, and they will find a way to write that for you. Do not go in and tell them this is just your personal truck. Tell them what you do with it, and they will write you a policy just for your truck and trailer. This is super important, because in this scenario that I paint you a picture of, that you're riding down the highway, you accidentally rear end somebody, you hit a slick patch of pavement, and you rear end somebody and you total their vehicle out and you total yours out at the same time, the $1 million coverage will cover theirs because it's a liability policy. It's only paid out in the event of you being at fault, which means the other person has to have a liability or a comprehensive coverage that covers your vehicle too, and more than likely their insurance company is not going to cover your vehicle with you being at fault. So this one thing, this one incident, this one accident could cost you everything. When you hit that person, sure, your insurance covered their stuff. You're not in trouble. You may not get sued or anything. More than likely, the insurance company will cover all of that. In the event that the cargo was damaged, they will make a way to make that right up to $100,000, which they should. But who's going to pay the finance company for that truck and that trailer? Guess who? You are. You are going to pay. You will be on the hook for that amount, and if they find out, which they will, that that truck is no longer operable or it's been totaled out, which they will, you will be liable for that complete amount on that day. The date of the loss is when it comes due. Arrangements have to be made to push that date back until checks have cleared and investigations have been done. But up until that point, you owe 80 grand for that truck. You owe 35,000 for that trailer, because Sheffield don't want to hear nothing about, man, the trailer got wrecked and I don't know what I'm gonna do. They don't want to hear that. Chase, Wells Fargo, they don't want to hear that about that truck. To the point where this is how you could cost yourself a whole lot of money. This stuff can get so serious to where they will actually come after you personally about this stuff. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are running trucks out here that are in their own names, which are nothing wrong with that. That's your personal truck and you use it for business. You got magnet signs or you keep it labeled all the time. That's fine. You can do that. But just make sure you take time and look at your policy and see, does it cover physical damage. If it does not cover physical damage, I suggest you call your insurance broker, your insurance agent, your underwriter, whoever it may be, and see about getting that added. And if they don't want to add it, go to your regular, normal insurance company, explain to them what's going on, what you're trying to do, the loss you're trying to cover, and I bet you they will accommodate you. And like I said, this is just one of those things that I hear a lot of people talk about insurance, the price of insurance, why insurance is so high, but and how to recover from accidents and all that stuff right there. But to be honest with you, the majority of people that are saying this and have these type of videos and things like that, they have physical damage coverage, so they can bounce back from stuff like this. And you got to understand that this is serious. People's lives are at jeopardy, but also your business and your reputation is also at jeopardy at all times. So in order to keep yourself afloat and always push it forward, you got to take the proper precautions. And this is one of the proper precautions. Protect your business, man. This your livelihood. One bad day could really cost you everything.